Hi Collective, welcome back to Cusp of Roses for your new moon in Capricorn Aquarius energy reading. This is also a lunar new year. We are entering into the year of the water tiger. Super interesting information and kind of alignment. Definitely check out my Instagram for more information in the stories about this lunar new year. From people who have studied it, and make sure you read through the description box below if you're new here, okay, so that you can align yourself with the different readings that I offer. Happy February to everybody out there. I hope that this month is filled with love, blessings, growth, learning, clarity, joy, especially in this month of February. I wish all of you so much joy, happiness, love, luck, blessings, whatever it is that your heart really truly desires and what is in the highest alignment for you. I pray that it does find you, all right? I also hope that this live finds you in the highest vibration possible, all right? We're going to go ahead and get into our gratitude practice before we start this reading. Do whatever feels right for you as far as a form of gratitude, whether that be a prayer, meditation, affirmations, intentions. You guys know the deal. I'm going to go ahead and do my own gratitude practice as well, and then we'll get started. All right? Okay. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, my ascended ancestors, the ascended masters, and all holy angels, I thank you so much for being here with me and with the collective here on YouTube for this lunar new year, new moon in Capricorn and Aquarius energy reading. I thank you so much, Divine, for clearing my energy and allowing me to channel the most important messages here regarding this lunar new year or this new moon energy. For the collective here, whoever will come across this video, I just thank you for allowing whatever they need to know to come forward. And I thank you so much, Divine, for all of your grace, your love, your mercy, your protection, the support you bring and give, the peace you offer us, and the presence with us now. We love you, and so it is. Alrighty, collective. Using the same decks here, okay? We got the Oracle of the Seven Energies. Let's see what energies are present under this new moon, or better yet, for this lunar new year. Thank you so much, Divine. Okay, you got a beautiful uncaging vibration of 14. This is water energy, also known as sacral chakra energy. You then have birds of a feather. Ooh. All right, birds of a feather, vibration of 25, heart chakra energy, also love energy. Can we have one more for this new moon? Oh, more heart chakra energy. We got healing the heart. Okay, we're going to put these in order. So we got a lot of sacral chakra. We have not a lot of heart chakra and some sacral chakra here. Beautiful uncaging. Again, I was picking up on this a couple days ago, and I think yesterday too, for the cosmic tarot spreads I was doing for you guys, that this could be a very emotional new moon where there's a lot of freedom from maybe emotions that have kind of, and I want to use the word plagued, like emotions that have just either haunted you, plagued you, things and energies in your emotional body that have just been hard to release and get rid of. It feels like this new moon and this lunar new year is going to really offer a lot of support in releasing and uncaging that energy. Okay, so things that have been maybe just pent up, finally kind of coming off your shoulders, coming out of your energy, being released, being healed and purged through. All right, vibration of 14 there with that sacral chakra energy, also water energy, breaking down into a 5, okay? And then we have healing the heart. So this kind of goes in tandem with the beautiful uncaging. I think along with the release of that emotions, it really is then unlocking that heart chakra center, right? So not only can you receive more love, you also can give it more freely, right? So that healing in the heart space is going to be very beautiful. Also 23 breaking down into another 5. All right, so you got 2 5s here under this new moon. And then we have 25 birds of a feather. So maybe in this healing, it's probably almost like, kind of what I'm getting is as that heart chakra heals, as it opens up, as it starts spinning in the right direction, as that light starts to get brighter and the energy center gets to kind of build stronger or grow stronger, that frequency, that energy that you emit is then going to align you with village, with people that are like-hearted, like-minded, like souled in your way, right? People that you're meant to meet, people that are going to help you along your path, right? People that are flying in the same direction that you are, right? Birds of a feather flock together. So there's this energy of togetherness. We're in that age of Aquarius. This is Aquarius season. It's all about friendship. It's all about humanity. It's all about connections. Okay, how you're connecting with others, how you connect with yourself, okay? Sorry guys, we are burning some new frankincense here. It is the, I want to say it's the Feriana from Queen Cup. Also Smudge a Lot, right, is her frankincense line. It's really, really awesome. It's sustainably sourced, ethically traded. Make sure you guys check that out. I believe it's queencup.ca, but I think it's going to change to smudgealot.com. That's what the lid says, okay? Very, very beautiful frankincense. A lot of great variety. It smells amazing, and it really does a good job of clearing the space, okay? So if you guys are into resins, burning incense and all of that, that's available there as well. She also has an awesome tarot channel. You should definitely check that out. But yeah, I just feel like this is actually going to be in the light of a new lunar year. This is almost like a new emotional year or a new level of connectivity. I feel like that not only just you collective, but really all of humanity will be tapping into people coming together again with the birds of a feather. Like-minded individuals, people flying in the same direction, right? With the same goals, the same mission, or supportive or complementary missions, right? It's like all of this unity, right? Unity consciousness, that oneness that we're all achieving and trying to bring into form here, okay? I want to read all of these from the book. I do kind of enjoy it. I think it gives just like a nice perspective too, okay? So vibration of 14 here, again, sacral chakra energy, water, all right? The key concepts here is the prison of guilt, a need for self-inventory, rigorous honesty, accountability, and making amends. Okay, so at this time, you are being called to assess where guilt is playing a part in your life. Recognize how it's affecting you and others, and address it so you can release yourself from its grip. Guilt is a powerful emotional state capable of transforming difficult situations. It keeps you accountable for your actions when you've done something that causes harm. However, it can also feed a self-sabotaging cycle that fosters codependency and a distorted sense of personal power. Self-blame can lead to behaviors that perpetuate low self-worth. Have you done or said something for which you need to make amends? Have you disregarded a boundary or broken a promise? Guilt can make you aware of potential ways you have given injury and show you how to readdress the transgression. When you sincerely admit you are wrong and begin the process to fix it, this is an act of accountability. Responsibility and liberation. Take a moment now to consider when you have harmed others or yourself. This knowledge will free you from the story you tell about it so you're able to connect with truthful remorse. Now is the time for rigorous honesty as you take a self-inventory with a neutral state of mind. A good question to ask yourself now is why the guilt is there. You might be taking on a burden that's not even yours to carry. I feel that one is very, very important to say. I'm going to say that again. You might be taking on a burden that is not even yours to carry. Pay attention, take action, and uncage yourself from the prison of your own making, okay? So that's what I was getting, that pent-up energy, that pent-up emotion. Now, for some of you, this is definitely, like I said, a purging, a releasing, holding yourself accountable again for the actions, the energy that you put out, right? Maybe something that you maybe have said, or again, it's just whatever these transgressions are. Some of you, that's coming from your own energy where you need to be accountable. Others of you, it might be someone in your vibration might have this energy towards you. It could be both at the same time, okay? But I think what's really important here is to take self-inventory and see if you're carrying a burden, right? If you're carrying a burden that's not even yours to carry, that is keeping you in a self-imposed prison. So think Eight of Swords type of energy, all right? Beautiful energy here. And 25 breaks down to a 7. So you have 5, 5, and 7 for your root energies for my number people. All right, make sure you guys look into that. Still trying to find that website though, so bear with me here. Okay, we have healing the heart. Vibration of 23 again, breaking down into a 5, love energy or heart chakra center, okay? Healing and making amends, the willingness to release past pain, being responsible and accountable again. Take time to get healthy, renewal and rebirth after suffering. When you are wounded emotionally, you need time to regroup and find your center. You may have recently endured a breakup or betrayal, loss of someone close to you, or lost an affiliation that you gave too much power to. Perhaps you're watching someone go through a difficult time and feel bad that you can't help them. That would be the energy there, collective, where you're carrying someone else's burden. It's like knowing someone might be going through a hard time and kind of taking on that energy as your own to fix, to get through, to amend. So just be mindful of that, okay? Maybe you're still not over a past disagreement. There's those transgressions. No matter the cause of this heartache, deep healing is called for. This happens on its own timetable and can never be rushed. The path to healing the heart centers on reciprocity, okay? So reciprocity is key. The flow of giving and receiving. So think that's 6 of Pentacles type of energy. Sometimes wounding occurs because we've become too dependent on another, and this is accompanied by the desire to manipulate or control an outcome. Both wounding and healing usually begin within, not from outer conditions of our lives. So start with yourself there, collective. We often believe we can be wounded only by others, but we do more damage to ourselves in the self-sabotaging way we think and behave. Another mention of self-sabotage. And I think, like I was picking up on the past few Cosmic Tarot readings, a lot of you guys are ending that cycle of self-sabotage, right? Of keeping your mind trapped in ideas that no longer serve you, not speaking on energy or feelings. It's like a lot of what has pent you up has been of your own doing, right? And so it's facing that and addressing that. So it's this beautiful energy, especially on a Lunar New Year. All right? It's important to take steps to heal yourself and become willing to release the pain of the past, which can be tempting to revisit. It's time to take responsibility for your part in this healing journey. Look for ways you can help yourself and others. Are you willing to make amends if needed, or conversely, accept someone where they are, without trying to influence their growth process? Healing the heart in all aspects is your priority right now. Nothing else matters. Only beauty and goodness will come as the result, okay? So tapping into your own heart space, getting out all that gunk, all those feelings, those energies, checking in, okay? That self-inventory is a huge, I think, part of this, and I love that word, yeah? Okay. Vibration of 25, more heart chakra center energy, love energy in this particular deck. Key concepts: sharing, community, a sense of belonging, fellowship with like-hearted people, understanding the concept of we before me. Wow. Have you ever wondered how people naturally gravitate to one another and discover a surprising intimacy and connection? There is a kind of magnetic energy, like an invisible ray of light, that gently pulls people together to form something beautiful that can be shared. As in the saying, birds of a feather flock together, it comes from an instinctual need for belonging. We need community to survive, to thrive, and grow. We humans are social creatures after all. None of us are meant to be alone. The concept of belonging is playing an important role in your life currently. Perhaps you recently found yourself in a group where you knew you were in the right place. Trust those strands of connection, for now is the time to thrive in the community. What you will find is a deeper and more expansive way of looking at the world by baring yourself to others and sharing ideas, hopes, and dreams. However long you stay here in this journey of becoming who you are meant to be, connecting to community and participating in fellowship is the best thing for you right now. You will flourish as a part of a network of like-minded and like-hearted people. Stick to what feels good and resonates with your heart as true. When you understand the value of this community, you will discover everything you're hoping for and much more than you're expecting. That's beautiful. All right. Now that we've read through all of that lovely energy, all of them, again, always tied in together. Thank you so much, Divine and Spirit. Let's dig a little deeper. Okay, thank you, Divine. Tell me more about beautiful uncaging, healing the heart, and birds of a feather. for the collective under this new moon energy and for the lunar new year. Tell me more about beautiful uncaging, healing the heart, and birds of a feather for the collective here. Thank you so much, Divine. Please clarify this sacral chakra energy and this heart chakra energy for the collective under this new moon. Okay. Beautiful uncaging. What's going on here? Tell me more about this beautiful uncaging. What's this energy? Okay, first card out. Yeah, 5 of Cups. That's exactly what that energy was speaking to, right? The 5 of Cups requires a lot of emotional strength, actually, right? When you get to this 5 of Cups energy, it's having to face, again, it's having to face where, hold yourself accountable, right? For the part you played in those cups spilling over. Accept what has happened, right? Embrace all of that energy and do the work to kind of turn around and face those 2 cups. Okay, so this is telling me that there's a lot of disappointment energy, whether this is being disappointed in yourself, collective, disappointed in others, disappointed in situations, right? It's really getting to a space of neutrality. 6 of Cups, right? That would come after this 5 of Cups energy. Getting to a point where you're neutral, right? None of that past energy really brings you down, right? And you're not necessarily projecting it out onto others. It's really just being in that flow of acceptance, okay? Which ultimately frees you, right? Tell me more about this beautiful uncaging. So I think a lot of you guys are really getting the courage and the strength to finally turn around and face those 2 cups internally, right? You also have the 8 of Wands. Okay, so this is going to be a shift that happens, I feel, rather quickly. So again, that's what I say. I feel like for some of y'all, it's been staring at this energy or being in this kind of emotional space of disappointment for a very long time. Feeling very down about things, and or just, again, energy that might have plagued you in a sense. Energy that was either holding on to you holding on to it, maybe both at the same time, okay? But again, I think a shift out of this 5 of Cups is going to happen very, very quickly. So in order to shift that, in order to shift that, definitely tap into your sacral chakra, okay? Make sure you guys check out the curated playlist of chakra healing music that I've put together for you guys. It's on my homepage. It's linked in the description box below, but there are tons and thousands of beautiful frequencies you can find on YouTube if none of those work well with you, okay? Tell me more about this beautiful uncaging. Wow, yes, look at that. High Priestess and the Fool, which is telling me here that there is this new beginning. And I think where a lot of that disappointment comes, collective, and this would totally make sense for the collective I would read for, is that disappointment in self. Like, I don't necessarily feel like this is fully tied to other people. I feel like there's this sense of sadness about choices that have been made, right? And being disappointed in oneself, High Priestess. So it's like either you went against your intuition with something, thought you could trust something, but it's like where you maybe thought your higher self was leading you somewhere and then it didn't turn out the way you thought. It's like that level of disappointment in self, okay? Or maybe there are certain things that you knew better, but maybe just didn't hold yourself to acting better, right? Or moving in what you knew. I feel like with the Fool and the High Priestess, there is this new beginning, this new cycle where there's just no more room here, collective, in this now moment, right? With all the work that you guys have done, it's like there's just no more room for this sadness. There's no more room for revisiting the past, reviewing it. Some of you might even be super harsh on yourself, right? Maybe holding yourself too accountable, like the book said, carrying burdens that aren't even really meant for you to carry. It's like really finding freedom from that and having a new beginning in that energy. Because I think with this High Priestess, it really is your higher self saying, okay, it's time to really let it go, right? It's time to really, really, truly let it go. That's beautiful. And start this new cycle. Fool energy is about packing light, right? So this sadness, this Five of Cups can't go with you where you're headed, right? That Five of Cups energy, it's not going to thrive where you're headed here, collective. I feel like some of you, especially with the Eight of Wands, are moving forward, shifting into new spaces, getting into new environments, building new communities, or becoming a part of different communities, right? Letting go of certain communities, right? It's just, I feel like this is going to be a wide variety of things that you're shifting, or that will naturally shift for you, collective, as you embrace, okay, I had to learn that lesson with the Five of Cups. I now know better. Now I'm moving better in this new cycle, the Fool, right? I think your higher self is leading you here, which is absolutely beautiful. Your inner High Priestess is getting you to tend to that energy in a new way by really truly letting it go. Like I said, some of you have been staring down at that energy, head down, feeling really disappointed in yourself. And again, I feel like for a majority of you, this is beating yourself up about certain things. So yeah, you maybe have, accepted what happened, or, maybe the energy isn't turned towards anyone else. It's just you beating yourself over the head with, I can't believe I did that, or why did I say that, or how could I get myself in that situation? Oh my God, I should have knew better. I should have knew better, right? High Priestess, I should have known better. I should have known better. It's like, ease up on yourself a little bit here, okay? Especially with the water energy, ease up on yourself just a little bit, all right? If you knew better, you would have done better. So for some of you, it's like you can't apply what you know now to yourself back then. You have to just accept that you weren't knowledgeable then, or maybe you were, and then you just chose to go in a different path, and that's okay, right? That's okay, but it's definitely time to move forward from that. What's the overall message here from this beautiful uncaging? Well, yeah, you got the Knight of Cups. Love it. So this is what I was saying. Offer yourself that compassion, that space, that love, that tenderness, right? If you need it, make sure you are tending to that heart. And again, I just heard like it's okay to dream again. For some of y'all, like this Five of Cups could have been tied up in a lot. That's what I'm saying. It's going to vary for everybody here because I'm reading for the broader collective, but it's time to kind of, I can't get away from that. For some of y'all, it's time to dream again. So whatever this Five of Cups energy, it maybe stopped you from aspiring to new things, maybe got in the way of your ambitions a little bit, maybe it just made you feel like whatever you were dreaming or desiring or wanting to connect with just wasn't meant for you. It's like all of that, I think, is kind of wrapped up in this self-affliction, right? Because I made a mistake, I don't deserve it, right? Or because I, did this, I don't deserve that. Or because of this, I don't deserve. And I think what would be a beautiful turnaround here, especially with the High Priestess and the Fool, is you do deserve it. You deserve new beginnings, right? You deserve compassion. You deserve love. You deserve that space to exist and just be without judgment here, okay? Without judgment. But there's a lot shifting here, and I do feel like as you come out of that Five of Cups, it's like getting retethered and reconnected to this heart space. I just feel like a big breath, right? Like a really deep breath, and just releasing all of that out and starting this new chapter with your heart forward. So your heart's no longer caged up. It's no longer kept to self, right? Again, it's coming out of that self-affliction and just being very gentle and careful with you, which will then lead you to be more gentle and careful with others, yeah? If there are others involved here, okay? Let's look into healing the heart. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about healing the heart here. Strength, yeah, it takes a lot of courage to heal your heart. It takes a lot of vulnerability and honesty, rigorous honesty. Didn't one of the cards say that? To really tap in, clean it all out, right? Fill it with some new energy, with some new things. Again, it takes a lot of bravery as well here, collective. And I think that's what this new moon might be supporting all of us in, is stepping into this strength. This is spiritual strength, right? Looking at those situations, those Five of Cups, whatever that represents for you, and understanding the lesson in all of it and walking forward in that, right? walking forward in that. Tell me more about this healing the heart under this new moon, divine. Whoa. Yeah, yep. You got the Four of Swords. I love to see that. So not only healing your heart, but healing the mind too. Healing the mind too. It's going to take a lot of strength, okay, to face this devil energy. That's that self-affliction for a lot of you. Beating yourself up, doubting yourself, right? Being afraid to maybe try or extend yourself out to be vulnerable. It's like the fear of being vulnerable here is what I feel like a lot of the collective is going to move out of, especially with the birds of a feather. Because then when you find that strength and that courage through vulnerability, right, it gives you this peace of mind to conquer whatever the fear is here, right? Whatever makes you feel like you have to be tethered to that Five of Cups, because that devil energy will be like, oh, well, remember that. Oh, you messed up. You don't really deserve that. No one really, it's going to feed and prey on your insecurities here to try to make them real. It's going to try to affirm what you don't want or already feel about yourself. Best way to shut that devil energy up is to say, yeah, okay, but I'm at peace. I know my truth, and your truth is that you do deserve love, right? That high priestess, you know that you deserve this new beginning. You know you deserve to pack light. You know you deserve to let it go. While devil energy will get you to try to hold on a little longer. You haven't really healed it all, or you got to do more, or you should still punish yourself some more, or carry this one thing. No, that buck has stopped. That's done. Under this new moon. And in this new lunar year, it's really offering again how the hands are over the heart, that energy. That's a powerful practice in and of itself. If you find your time, sometimes like before you're going to bed, or if you're laying down, just place your hands over your heart center and just breathe. Let all of that energy that comes from your hands feed into that heart space. It's like, that's that Four of Swords. Yeah. That's beautiful. Finding the courage to just, again, let it go. Let that Three of Swords energy, that Five of Cups energy be up on that wall. And again, it's on the wall because it's a reminder, right? You don't necessarily want to forget what you went through. You don't want to necessarily forget the lesson. So those Three Swords on the wall serve as a reminder. But what you get to hold on is the truth, that fourth sword. Clarity around what all of that Three of Swords energy, that Five of Cups energy did to serve you. What it did was strengthened you. And I know that can also be kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's like, well, I don't want to be strong, right? I don't want to have to keep going through situations just to build up strength. But it's like practice, right? Practice makes progress. And I feel like if it really truly is healing that you're looking for, if it's really wanting to not only give out these Knight of Cups energies and offers, but accept them, then you have to be in tune with your heart space. You have to be at peace. It's like you can't let that pain or that Five of Cups keep you blocked off. I think this is going to be a very, very beautiful lunar year of healing for the collective, and especially in the heart space. Again, and I think where that starts is tapping into the humanity of everyone. We're all humans. No one's perfect. Devil energy will try to get you to think, oh, well, no, you need to be perfect. The only way you get love is through perfection. It's also kind of the downside of that Capricorn energy, right? Sometimes. So it's releasing yourself from perfection here for some of y'all. It's releasing yourself from self-affliction, right? It's releasing yourself from not holding space, like finding the courage and strength to be okay, to accept. That's the Four of Swords, right? Tell me more about this healing heart under this new moon energy, divine. Whoa. Tell me more about this healing the heart. Let me put this right here. Tell me more about healing the heart. Yeah, you got the Seven of Swords. right? So this is where I feel like that self-sabotage, like the book says, is going to come in here, because the devil's going to try to get you to self-sabotage this healing process. The devil's kind of going to try to get you to bring in that Five of Cups energy into this Lunar New Year. So this is why this would be Swords energy, because technically right now for you, collective, the strength comes from mind over matter. Making the mental decision. It all begins in the mind. Making the mental choice and decision to say, I'm going to be committed to rest, to peace, to acceptance, to freeing myself, to compassion, right? For me and others. Be careful of this. Be mindful of this. Especially with the Fool. It's almost like as soon as a new beginning comes around, here comes that devil energy. Trying to tag along. But I think here, collective, you'll find that courage, right? You'll find that strength to ignore that devil that might be on your shoulder, right? Ignore those doubts. Ignore the energy that's trying to keep you trapped, so that you don't grow, that you don't evolve, that you don't move forward. You just stay where you've always been. It's like, this is really a new season, right? It's a whole new season here for you, collective. And I encourage you to do all that you can to really find space and peace in this Four of Swords. So when those thoughts come up, that want to get you to kind of play you out of your position, play you out of this new beginning, try to get you to keep tethered to the past, you just speak to it. Like that lion. You speak to it. No, thank you. I'm done with that. I'm at peace. That might be a beautiful affirmation there. Every time those fears, those worries, or whatever that energy is, no, I'm okay. I'm at peace. I'm okay. I'm at peace. Okay? Maybe even while you have your hands over your heart, I'm at peace, I'm at peace, I'm at peace. Like, feed yourself. Speak life here, collective. That's the strength to speak life even in the presence of the devil. Speak and affirm that positive energy, that balance, even in the midst of fear, of doubts. That's the power of choice that you have over your own life, right? It plays into that sovereignty. What's the overall message here for healing the heart? Oh, got two. Look at that. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. You got the Emperor. Yeah, that's the perfect energy here. That's the perfect energy, the Emperor, because the Emperor is rebellious. Hard to tell an Emperor anything, to be honest, right? Because they're so set on what they know, what they feel, what they want. And I think that's the energy that you're going to have to show this devil. Okay? That no, fear doesn't control me. Illusion doesn't control me. The doubts, all of that doesn't control me. I control me. I do what I say I'm going to do. I do what I want. A little rebellious, but you're going to need it. You're going to need it because that's where that strength comes in as well. Sometimes you got to go against the grain. Sometimes you got to go against your own patterning. Sometimes you got to go against yourself. It really is you versus you, right? And I think that that's what is really kind of coming online here for a lot of you. And again, it's the Queen of Pentacles. Know your worth, because you're worthy of that new beginning, this full energy. You're worthy of connecting heart to heart with people. Knight of Cups, right? You're worthy of that vulnerability. You're worthy of that peace. You're absolutely worthy of it. And there will be thoughts that come in. There will be that energy that says, no, you're not. Because look at what you've done. Look at the past. Look at your track record. Look at the pattern. Look at the history. History repeats itself. Well, only if you let it, right? Only if you let it. But this Emperor says, I ain't letting that happen. Proud of y'all, collective. That's beautiful. Not letting it happen. I am in control. That's what that Emperor energy is all about. I'm in control. Okay, so some of y'all, that's going to really serve you really, really well here. And again, that Queen of Pentacles is just saying, again, you know your worth, you know your value. You know now what you bring to the table does not centered on gender at all. We all have to go through that Queen of Pentacles vibe and master it, right? And connect with it and integrate it. I know how to grow things. I know how to nurture things. I know how to grow and nurture myself. I make wise choices. I make wise decisions. It's like affirmation, I think, is going to be such a powerful tool in this lunar new year, especially verse this. Because what you speak, it's the power of the tongue here, collective. What you speak, what you communicate. I think, and this might even be with the Eight of Wands, that's going to be rapid energy coming back. So be mindful. And you'll feel it. I think for this collective, you're at the point now where if you speak something that might even be in this Seven of Swords energy, that shift within you, you're going to feel it. Like, ooh, that wasn't good to say. Ooh, I shouldn't, it's like energy is going to be checking you. It's not going to be a prolonged coming back around. That thing is whipping right around the corner. So if you're in that cycle or in that energy, why not speak life so that just hits you just as fast? Right? And again, it's not going to be perfect, right? We're all human. Again, account for human error, right? Give yourself that margin of error. But I think that this is really truly going to be a beautiful battle healer. Yeah, Ten of Wands. This is going to be a very, very beautiful time of transformation for a lot of us, right? Where you really start to tap into the heart. Like, and I know it sounds cliche, but it is a very powerful chakra energy, very powerful center. It is the balance between them all, the main 7 along your human spine. Now, mind you, we have over 100 chakras that we connect to, but we're talking about the ones that really govern the human form, and really govern and give you portals into your reality, right? Ten of Wands. I think for some of y'all, this is a solo battle. This is a solo battle. This is an internal thing. Okay? This is, again, that energy of you might be carrying burdens that aren't meant for you to carry. Some of y'all are going to be coming up against that. Like, as you sit here in this Four of Swords and the divine starts talking to you and breaking things down and giving you downloads and giving you perspective so that you can hold on to that sword of truth. You can keep those 3 swords up on the wall. You don't have to revisit them. I think a lot of you are going to see, oh, wow, a lot of the pressure you were putting on yourself, a lot of the things you felt obligated to do. There's that devil energy, right? A lot of things you felt tethered and tied to aren't really there. You're free from all of that. You've always been free from all of that. It was just a matter of perspective. It was a matter of what you were speaking or just how you felt. Now, for some of y'all, that's that codependency, that 10 of Wands, right? Feeling like you have to fix things for others, feeling like you have to carry things for others. Like, oh, I got to get them there. I got to, no, right? Delegate some of that back. Let people do their work. Let people do their work. Let people do their work. Sometimes because, and that is Sagittarius energy, right? Sometimes it's because you want to get there fast. We get there faster if I just bench all of these wands up and fly them on over, right? But having to wait for this person to bring their wand there and then that person to bring their 3 wands, it's like this. No, I need it quicker. But be mindful of that, okay? Let people spin in their own process. You focus on you, collective. Okay, because you got your own, with the 7 of Swords and the devil here, you got your own battles to fight that you have to have energy for. But you can't fight your battles and someone else's. Okay? So that's that for some of y'all. Just for some of y'all. Let's look into birds of a feather. Thank you so much, Divine. What did I... Come on now. Collective, you starting out with the 5 of Cups, and like I said, moving into that neutrality, the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups, there you go. That's peace, that's joy, that's alignment. Happy Black Joy Month to everybody out there, for sure. And I think that that's what's beautiful. It's like finding other people who also have made it here to that 6 of Cups. You see what I'm saying? They've been in the 4 of Swords. They know what fighting that devil energy is all about. They tapped into that high priestess. It's a new beginning now. You've integrated that energy. Now you're at peace. And for those of you that are trying to get there, I'm telling you, affirming that peace within yourself. Put your hands over your heart and affirm it as often and as many times as you need. Don't limit yourself. Oh, I can only do it for a certain amount of time. No, you could do it all day long if you want to. But there's power in your voice there. There's power in you speaking that into self. Okay? That feels super important here. Because this is you. This is your inner child. It needs your voice to say, it's okay. I'm at peace. We're at peace. Okay? So I think a lot of the times too here with this Six of Cups, the Six of Cups energy, yes, is going to be a state within self. But then when you're in that state of energy, you're going to be able to recognize who also has made it to this Six of Cups, who's gone through it, who's acquired that connection with their inner child, right? Who's made peace with their past, who sees it for what it is and counts it all joy. I think that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Tell me more about this birds of a feather. Whoa! Because you got the High Priestess and the Hierophant, of course. Absolutely. Right? So this is, like that card said, it's like the Hierophant is telling me, like, and like even I said earlier, right? You walking in this High Priestess energy, and again, it doesn't matter about gender, but now meeting Hierophants, right? Those that put that spiritual knowledge that comes from their inner High Priestess into daily practice. The Hierophant upholds spiritual law in the 3D, right? The wisdom gained from the High Priestess and the internal now gets applied externally. The Six of Cups is so important to community, right? Because if you're still in that Five of Cups, if you're at that Four of Cups, it's hard to build connection. So that Six of Cups vibration has to be present with those that you commune and connect with. Okay? It's beautiful. Very beautiful. Tell me more about birds of a feather here for the collective under this new moon. For this lunar new year, what's more about birds of a feather? All right, now. Then you got the Ace of Cups. Look at that. Ace of Cups. Heart connections. Like-hearted, like-minded, soul tribe. Because again, they've made it here. Six of Cups. They know, and even if they stray off the path of that Six of Cups, they know how to get back because they've been there. So that would mean that you're not required to carry these people to that Six of Cups energy, depleting yourself of your own. Do you see what I'm saying? It's everybody coming in to drink from that cup, that gift from the divine, right? Beautiful. Some of you, this could even be with the High Priestess and the Hierophant. This could have a romantic energy to it, especially with all this heart chakra energy. Could be, but only take it if it resonates. Okay. Tell me more about this birds of a feather for the collective. Seven of Cups. And I feel like this is the work. Ooh, that's beautiful. This is the work that you now get to do with others, collective, birds of a feather. Because again, the healing journey isn't a one and done type of thing. It's not an overnight situation. It's a journey. It's a process. Every day there's going to be new things to heal, touch on, connect with, work through, better understand, purge from, cry about, all of that. But this is what I think that's the work here with the Hierophant. It's getting this, getting to the Ace of Cups within that Seven of Cups, right? Which cup actually overflows me, feeds me that joy, gives me that happiness, and what cup do I gotta spill out to get back to the Six? This is what I was saying. So even when you get off the path of that Six, or again, you maybe acquire something that makes things a little fuzzy or confusing or having to work through, some of y'all, these connections are going to be challenging. Seven of Cups. It's going to force you to face some things internally. It's going to bring up some emotions that maybe you didn't even know you had, or maybe you knew you had but you were avoiding. It's going to put you in the position to let go, to uncage yourself and sort through whatever that toxicity, whatever the conflict internally might be. So the Hierophant absolutely is going to challenge you. The Hierophant, I feel like, loves to challenge people spiritually, and not from a malice, but because The Hierophant knows the beauty of the other side of that energy, of that conflict, of that confusion. Right? So you might be coming into a very highly spiritual connection with other people, connecting spirit to spirit, High Priestess to Hierophant. That, yeah, it's going to trigger, right? You're going to trigger them. But what I love here is with the Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Cups, that's working through it. Okay, I'm going to bring up, now you got 7 cups here with the 6 and the 1, right? So now you're in this energy. What are the emotions that are coming up? What's being challenged here spiritually? Okay, which one do you got to pour out to get back to this balance? Okay, and or to get to that 8 of Cups, to let it all go. So I think you're going to be doing that dance back and forth between the 6 and the 7 of Cups for a minute here, but that's what these connections are for. To help you purge, to help you release, to help you sort through it all. Because what one of the books said, right? You're not meant to be alone, birds of a feather. You're not meant to do this journey alone. Parts of it you definitely have to, but you're not meant to for all of it. And some of you, like I said at the very beginning, there's like a sigh of relief. I think it's like once you come into contact with these people, it's like somebody who gets it, Ace of Cups. Like-heartedness, someone who gets it, someone who understands, someone who's also doing the work, trying to figure it out, 7 of Cups. Because what they want to do is apply that High Priestess internal knowledge externally. They want to live it out. They want to walk in that path. And walking in the High Hierophant path and the High Priestess is not religion. This has nothing to do with religion. Mind you that. Nothing to do with religion. It's how you govern yourself. The Hierophant is self-governance. Okay? This is applied wisdom. Flat out. High Priestess, this is downloaded wisdom, given wisdom, right? Tapped into. These are like your downloads, your messages. This is how you apply it. Hierophant, okay? So you're going to definitely come into contact here, collective, over this next lunar year, I feel like, with a lot of people who are applying it. Okay? What's the overall message here from Birds of a Feather? Thank you so much, Divine. Overall message for Birds of a Feather. Ooh, is it still hot? Oh, I might have to relight it. Okay. Overall message here from Birds of a Feather. Yep. 9 of Swords. This is what I'm saying. It's like some of y'all might be really worried about that. That might be a bit of a fear. Like I said, coming into contact with these people might be like, oh, it might shock you a little bit. It might rock you a little bit. It might make you doubt yourself again, but don't let that devil energy win. Right? Because that devil will get there and say, oh, this person ain't walking the walk. They might talk a good talk. They're not walking the walk. They ain't legit. That's not real. Okay, that's where your spirit of discernment and your spiritual strength is going to have to shine forward and come out. Okay? Some of you, even working with that 7 of Cups and that 9 of Swords, it's like that's what that Hierophant energy and these connections and this Ace of Cups is going to help you get through. Doubting yourself, doubting others, right? Some of you, this might even be a little bit of paranoia, okay? Just maybe based on what you've been through, right? We've all been through something, right? No one comes to this world unscathed. We all have our things. But I think for this collective, it's going to really be a mental thing, a mental battle. And I was picking that up on that in those cosmic spreads. It's going to require a strong mind to overcome the fear. So mind over matter. Yeah. Beautiful. I want to pull one more because I kind of don't want to end on that 9 of Swords. Let me tell you. Tell me more about this 9 of Swords for Birds of a Feather. Yeah, Page of Cups. Right. Self-doubt, worried. What if they won't accept me? What if they don't like, it's like all of that you're going to get worked through. But with the Page of Cups, it's still having the courage. Again, it's another energy of courage. Still having the courage to be vulnerable. Put yourself out there. Connect from an authentic space. Seek out new possibilities. But what if they do? I think that's another thing. When those doubts say, but what if not, what if not, what if not, but what if yes, right? What if yes? So that's beautiful. Try not to worry too much here, okay, with these birds of a feather. Some of y'all, it's maybe been a minute since you've intimately connected with others. You might have a lot of surface connections, but really been intimate and bared your soul with somebody. That might cause you to be a little nervous, but you're going to get through it, okay? You got this, supporting you. You got the high priestess supporting you, right? Where's that emperor? All of that energy within you supporting you, okay? And this, most importantly, a gift from the divine. So all these connections, all this energy, it's going to have the hand of the divine on it. And you'll know. You'll know because this will fade away. This Nine of Swords will fade away. All the second guessing, all the doubt, it's going to fade away when you start connecting. Page of Cups. Okay? All right, collective, this was an absolutely beautiful energy reading. I hope you found it helpful and insightful. Maybe filled with some confirmation on what you're feeling under this new moon. Definitely let me know what resonates with you, or again, what you've been downloading, what you're connecting with this new new year. Wow. Okay. In the comment section below, I'd love to hear that from you all. If you enjoyed any part of this reading, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for your time, your energy. I appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all so much, and I will see you in the next one, okay? Namaste.